Contractor business tip number 209 from the book 501 Contractor Tips Office Overhead. This will be any money you spend on your office. Computers, paper, printers, pens, pencils, tablets, anything like that's basically going to be office overhead. I'm sure you can put it in other categories, but for your taxes. But just like the job site overhead, the office overhead is going to be the same thing. You're going to need to figure out a percentage of how much it's going to, or how much money you have spent over the past, in the past few years on computer stuff that's going to be classified as office overhead. This is basically going to go into your overhead. And you can list it separately on your estimate, even though I don't advise doing that. More on that in the next video. But this is going to be a small number, you know, so it kind of goes back to nickel and diming people. You don't want to nickel and dime your clients. You don't want to make it look like you're nickel and diming them. Hey, I got 1% for office overhead, but I'm going to leave that up to you. I always combined mine into one and just had it as business overhead. That made a big difference. And I believe that I mentioned it in the next video that you need to, you're probably thinking, how did you make the next video already? Well, I lost this video. So now I got to remake it. And so usually I make them in order. This is out of order for me. Put it on my computer and threw it away. I didn't have it anymore. But the office overhead, let's just say it's 1%, and you're doing a $100,000 job. That's going to be $1,000. And this might be something, this could be a problem with your clients, explaining it to them. So as I mentioned in the next video, you really need to make sure that your job estimates, your proposals, don't look like you're nickel and diming your clients. You can't do that. Some people are going to be fine with it, others aren't. And of course you'll lose the job if you don't. So watch the next video to get a better understanding of what I'm talking about. And don't forget that you need to, any expenses you have where you've purchased things in the past, you need to use these numbers to figure out percentages of costs that you will incur in the future. And that's basically what this overhead is all about.